Stay hydrated out there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you guys have not seen the most recent giveaway video, we're giving away $50. Here's the link right up here somewhere over in this area. Click on that, go join the giveaway. It's free. Also, I set up a new Patreon, link down in the description if you guys are interested in supporting the channel. You don't have to by any means, but I do appreciate it if you do. Here in the coming weeks, I'm probably gonna set up some live streams so that we can react to stuff together. Maybe watch some AFL, rugby, other kinds of games together live. So be on the lookout for those. I will let you guys know when those are gonna be. Last but not least, before we get into the video, if you guys like the content, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe, and go down below. Let me know what you guys want me to react to next. Today, we're gonna be getting into 10 things that the UK does better than the US. Now, I'm not just gonna accept every single one of these, you know? If there's something I think maybe the US does do better, I'm gonna say it. But we'll see what's on this list. All right, here we go. I hope you guys are right.
Possible to say which country is the best in the world. However, a case can be made for some countries just being better than others, at least in specific fields. These are 10 things the United Kingdom just does better than the United States.
Okay, let's see.
Many Americans often mock British people for still having a queen. They often say, "Get with the times, you're not free if you have a monarch. Your tax money is just being wasted." Well, the truth is that US taxpayers have to pay more for their leaders. In 2014, the British royal family cost UK taxpayers just £35.7 million, while President Obama and his family cost US taxpayers $1.4 billion.
Bro, that's a lot of fucking money, yo.
In expenses that same year. So when it comes to cost-effective leadership, the Queen of England, ironically, is less expensive than the President of the United States.
That's a lot of money.
The studies are in, and the verdict is clear. Roundabouts are not only more efficient than US-style traffic intersections, they're also safer. Mythbusters.
Hey, we have some roundabouts. Do you guys have roundabouts at every single intersection? Hold up. No, surely not, right? We do have roundabouts, but they're not common in most places. Normally only around like bigger cities and places in the US.
Even tested this theory, and they clearly demonstrated that roundabouts allow for 20% more cars to pass through in any period of time than what is possible in an intersection. Another advantage is that in a roundabout, drivers don't have to bring their vehicles to a complete stop.
Yo, does this not look like the most confusing thing you've ever seen in your entire life? I'm sure once you've done it enough, you kind of understand. I'm not in an area with a lot of a lot of roundabouts, so I don't use them much. I do get kind of confused when I do, though.
This has been shown to be safer for both drivers and pedestrians. So all in all, in this area, the UK has the US beat.
Wait, is this at every single intersection?
Control.
That's crazy. Intelligence.
The average
well, I am pretty much fucking stupid, so.
Intelligence of each country in the world is something that has been rigorously studied over the past few decades. Well, the results are in, and quite embarrassingly, people in the UK are smarter than people in the United States. The average...
Embarrassingly, you were on number 7 too. I mean, we're only 2 points lower. How much is that?
IQ of the United Kingdom stands at 100, while the United States falls short with an average IQ score of 98.
Wait, is that like an embarrassing amount of difference? I feel like that's not really that big of a difference. I feel like he was just trying to shit on Americans there. I mean, we are pretty fucking stupid, though.
This may not seem like a lot, but those two crucial points are enough to make the United States fall below the mean European IQ, which is 100. Many people argue about the cause of this, whether it be better schooling or higher standards of living.
We have a lot
of
stupid people.
When it comes to IQ, the UK is superior to the US.
That one seemed a little weird.
Now that you know the differences in average IQ between the US and the United Kingdom, it probably doesn't come as a surprise when you learn that the UK actually contributes more to science than the United States, at least on a per capita basis, which is the metric that divides the number of scientific papers published by a country's scientists and divides that number by the country's population. This results in a number that gives you a good idea of how scientifically productive a country is on average. Well, in this category, the United Kingdom has the United States outclassed.
Wait, how much was it though?
On average. Well, in this category, the United Kingdom...
Wait, what?
As the
Looks like we have more. I'm confused with these numbers. Oh, total population?
United States outclassed. UK publishes 1.424 scientific papers for every 1,000 citizens, while the United States only produces 0.988.
Yo, well, we just have more people.
1,000.
Yo, is this guy just trying to shit on Americans? Like, I feel like that's just not accurate information that he just gave. We just have more people. So, less on average, yes, but just more people. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's right. Am I crazy here? I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but that just seems like a stupid study to be going off of whenever the difference of people is a lot.
And citizens. This gap in contributions in the world scientific community is a point of pride for people living in the United Kingdom, and this is certainly an area where the United
I'm not a
States
scientist,
should try
so
to catch up.
Wind power.
The United Kingdom possesses the most productive offshore wind farm in the entire world.
I've
This
heard
world-class
wind farms
installation
kind of fucking
is
suck.
the Greater
We do
Gabbard
have some
Wind
here.
Farm, which produces over 1.75 terawatt hours of clean and renewable energy every year.
I don't know shit about renewable energy or anything, but I have heard a lot of shit about how like wind farms fucking suck and we should use solar more. I don't give a shit either way. We do have wind farms here too, but yeah, I don't care either way.
The United States, and indeed the rest of the world, has nothing that can compete with this installation. In fact, the United States doesn't even have a position in the top 25 most productive offshore wind farms, while the United Kingdom holds the top first, second, and third spots,
God
with
damn.
Denmark being its closest competitor. The UK's superiority doesn't just end there, however. The United Kingdom is the largest exporter of offshore generated wind power, which means that not only is the UK producing the most offshore wind energy, it's also creating enough to supply other countries.
Writing books. Yeah, I don't write
Just
books.
as with wind power and scientific papers, the United Kingdom is better when it comes to producing authors and great works of literature. The UK tops the charts of publications per capita, with only China and the United States beating out the country in absolute terms, despite the UK's much smaller populations. Overall, the UK produces 2,875 titles each year for every 1 million inhabitants of the country, while the United States only produces 956 titles for every 1 million inhabitants.
Yeah, that's just another thing. I mean, I understand, like, the population is just vastly different. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I don't write books, and I'm stupid as shit, so...
This is an even more impressive feat when you learn that the UK has only 1/5 the population of the United States. So when it comes to books, the US is still quite a few chapters behind the UK.
Yeah, but if you give us the whole population and how many books total, I'm pretty sure we come out by a lot. Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me below. Yes, per person basis,
While it is
yes.
true that Hollywood is the film capital of the world, and as a result, produces more films per year, this doesn't compare to one of the UK's greatest film achievements. The most successful film franchise of all time is a British film franchise.
What is it?
The James Bond series.
Really? Is that a Brit? I didn't know that.
The James Bond series was the first to gross over $1 billion in sales, and is still the highest grossing film franchise. It seems that people still prefer the cool...
He just said it's the highest grossing film franchise when there was 2 above it. I feel like he's spewing some bullshit. Am I wrong here? I feel like he's just circling shit and then it's just not right. Am I crazy?
Suave charisma of Agent 007 to the loud action and violence of most American films.
I didn't know that was a British thing, by the way.
If you're a fan of
Or
watching
UK.
YouTube videos, this is probably the most important category where the UK is better than the US. Despite having invented the internet, the UK has the US outclassed when it comes to average internet speeds. As of 2015,
I will say I have heard the rest of the world's internet speeds are vastly better than ours for the most part. It's a bunch of horse shit. I fucking hate it.
The average connection speed in the UK was 13 megabits per second, while the US only had an average of 12.6 megabits per second.
I mean, are we really
so
gonna...
next time you're in an argument with a British person on the internet, remember that they probably have you outclassed in internet connection speed.
True, though. But I get 200,
Of the 118 known elements on the periodic table, 24 were discovered by British scientists. This is more than any other country, and further reinforces the case of British superiority in the sciences over the United States. This number includes crucial elements such as hydrogen, sodium, xenon, and platinum. The US, however, wasn't totally outclassed by the UK, as the country did discover 21 elements on the periodic table, and as a result, earns a very respectable second place.
I like how he said that. A very respectable second place.
This is probably the greatest sign of the UK's importance and massive impact on the shape and history of the globe. As a legacy of the once great British Empire, countless flags around the globe still bear the Union Jack. From Australia to New Zealand and even Fiji, over 20 major flags around the world contain the Union Jack in one form or another. Perhaps the most interesting and most humorous is that the number includes the U.S. state of Hawaii, which prominently and proudly displays the Union Jack. The very first flag of the young United States, the Grand Union flag, even contained the Union Jack as well. While countries such as Liberia and Malaysia have similar flags to the U.S. flag, these are poor facsimiles at best, and are vastly outnumbered by countries, states, and territories that still fly the Union Jack with pride.
Hey, I mean, I think a lot of places really stemmed from the UK, so I think that's why that is. Like even us. Hey man, I mean, I believe most of the stuff. Like, we are dumber. We're 100% stupid, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of the shit he was saying was just a bunch of bullshit. Like, he was more like per person, or like per thousand or per million people, they're better, but at the same time, when you just think of the overall, because the population's so more, then that's just not accurate. Well, I understand, but at the same time, some of it seemed like a bunch of bullshit. I did not know that pretty much all of your intersections are roundabouts, though. That is interesting. If I didn't leave like the towns right around me, I would never see a roundabout. You don't see roundabouts unless it's like big cities. And if it's 20% faster, you would think that we would have more. Hey, if you guys like this video and you want to see more of this type of content, go ahead and hit that like, hit the subscribe, and go down below and let me know what you want me to react to next. I appreciate every single one of you, but for now, I'm out. Peace.